Hello and welcome, dear viewers. This is Amara Media Corporation English Service. We are live here from the studio. I'm Modumli with my colleague Burhan Workne. Today is a holiday, and first we would like to say Happy Ethiopian Epiphany for all Christians. For the coming 1 hour, we will stay with you here discussing or talking about the holiday, things around it, and giving you some information. Stay tuned. So, Burhanu, January is one of the most eventful months of the year in Ethiopia, particularly for the Amhara region.
Definitely, a number of public and religious festivals are celebrated in Amhara region, especially in January. January is what we call it eventful month. For instance, Christmas celebration at Lalibela, Awi Cavalry Association festival at Injbara, Irambuti in North Shore zone, what we call it Timkat festival, I mean, and also Gion festival in Sakala are some of the festivals celebrated in January.
Including what we are celebrating.
Including what we are celebrating right now here in the studio,
festival.
Timkat festival.
Right, you are almost 10 days ago. The Christmas holiday was beautifully celebrated at the historical town of Lalibela, and a number of religious fathers and scholars, high government officials, and different ambassadors from various countries, and both domestic and foreign pilgrims attended the event right at the spot.
Really, Lalibela is one of the wonders of the world.
Right.
UNESCO scribed heritage. It is the most important festival that is already celebrated at Lalibela. What makes the celebration of Christmas at Lalibela unique is that the birthday of Saint Lalibela and Jesus is celebrated on the same day.
On the same day.
On the same day.
Yeah.
At the same time, Lalibela is already what we call it a UNESCO ascribed heritage. Therefore, it is carved from a single stone, what we call it monolithic. 11 Orokian churches are carved from a single stone that makes Lalibela unique, and also is carved from top to bottom. These two things makes Lalibela celebration spectacular. That's why many people are coming from different parts of the country to celebrate this UNESCO ascribed festival at Lalibela.
So what next is the Awi Cavalry Association Festival?
The celebration of Awi Cavalry Festival is directly related with the Battle of Adwa. You know, Ethiopia is the only independent country in Africa not colonized by white aggressors or external aggressors. Therefore, some people from Awi zone, especially from Angesha and Banja, started organizing a kind of association, what we call it Awi Cavalry Association. 16 people totally, 32 people organize an association. This association is especially to commemorate the brave deeds of our forefathers at the Battle of Adwa. Now, the number of the association is already above 16,000 right now.
So it's a big number.
Therefore, yeah, this is also serving as one of a tourist destination right now in Amhara regional state, especially in January. As I told you before, January is a month where many public and religious festivals are celebrated. Therefore, this is one part of the festival celebrated in Jabara town.
Right, you are. By the way, the Awi Cavalry Association commemorates not only our patriots, but also the role of the horses, particularly for the Battle of Adwa. A number of horses participated in the war, right? So it commemorates, the Awi Cavalry Association commemorates our patriots that fought for our freedom, not only for the freedom of Ethiopia, but also for the freedom of Africa. And also it commemorates the role of the horses. So it started with a small number, that is 32 members, but now it has grown into a very big number, and right now it gets a nationwide recognition, right?
Really. And also the government of Ethiopia is also working to increase the number of UNESCO ascribed heritages, because these UNESCO ascribed heritages are very important to attract many more tourists from different parts of the country. And tourism is, as we know, is a smokeless industry. It's very important to get expected amount of foreign currency from the sector. Though Ethiopia has many tourist destinations that will be used as a tourist destinations, we are not getting expected amount of foreign currency because of many things. I can say that. Therefore, we have to develop this kind of tourist destinations in order to bring many more tourists from the international community. Nowadays, it is bringing many opportunities for the people of Awi, and also at the same time for the people of Amhara, and also generally for the people of Ethiopia.
Yes, it is celebrated, by the way. It's going to be celebrated after 2 weeks.
Yeah.
On 23rd January as Ethiopian calendar. So the next one is the Gion Festival. Shall we say something about the Gion Festival?
The Grand Renaissance Dam is constructed from Abai River. This Gion Festival is also very important to promote where Abai River began its journey in Ethiopia.
The source of Abai.
The source of Abai means that. Therefore, Gion Festival, which is going to be celebrated after 2 weeks in Sakala, West Gojam zone, is aimed at promoting where Abai began its journey, you know.
Yeah, it is. It can help to introduce to the world.
Yeah,
the source of Abai is
really. This Gion Festival is started celebrating Gion Festival 2 or 3 years ago.
So we are talking about Gion Festival because we want to introduce the tourists to flow into the West Gojam zone in Amhara regional state, because that is one of the festivals and the public holidays that is held during the month of January. So the next one is the Tumkat Festival, what is really being celebrated right now.
Really, I think it's better to talk about Tumkat and Christianity, you know. Tumkat and Christianity are part and parcel of a single coin. We can say that it's a part and parcel of a single coin.
Right.
You know. The Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church started celebrating Tumkat, you know, during the reign of Emperor Gebra Meskel in 6th century AD. Starting from that time onwards, Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church is celebrating this festival in different part of the country in Ethiopia. Katara is simply
blocking
the
flow
blocking of water for blessing it.
blocking the flow of water for the purpose of blessing it and using for Tsimkat purpose, right?
Yeah, the blocking water is used for sprinkling the congregation.
Yes,
You know, we expect many people attend the event.
Yeah, besides, blocking the flow of water for the purpose of sprinkling, blessing it, and sprinkling it on the congregation. During the Katara, different parish church tabots, they gathered together around a water body, riverside, such as baptismal pools, such as in Gondar, and lakes or other water bodies. They flock together. They spend the night being together there, and these tabots are accompanied by different religious and traditional practices.
This Katara is very important, especially to promote the typical wearing style of the people, the culture, the wearing style, and also the dancing.
These activities are not only in the Katara but also on the main holiday,
Yeah,
the main
really.
festival.
Yes.
These activities are displayed, beautifully displayed. But our main point is during the Katara, different parish church tabots from the surrounding, they are headed together towards a water body to spend the night there.
Yeah.
And this procession to the water, or the Tsimkat Bahar, what we call
Really.
the baptismal river, that's to say.
Really.
So this procession of the tabots, which means that is a wooden slab, believed to be the replica of the Ark of the Covenant. They are carried by the priestess, and they are accompanied by the Elilta or alliteration of the congregation, by different musical instruments such as what we call rumba in Amharic, and malakat, and the big drums, and other activities, the singing hymns of Saint Yared. These activities make it unique in Ethiopia. Celebrating Tsimkat is one of the most passionately celebrated festival in Ethiopia, particularly in the Amhara region.
When a heritage is ascribed or inscribed, we expect many people will come and visit this uniquely celebrated festival in Amhara region.
Let's come to the main holiday or the main festival of Tsimkat. After passing through steps of religious and traditional rituals, we come to the actual reenactment of baptism. The final stage is sprinkling the blessed water. After being blessed by the cross, the blessed water is sprinkled onto the congregation. And
Really?
that is the most jubilant moment of Tsimkat, right? Our elders say, better not go to Tsimkat than going back home without being sprinkled by the blessed water. Everybody who is at the Tsimkat festival have to get sprinkled with the water. They have to be showered with the water, otherwise it's better not go there. Just going back home without getting showered by the blessed water is nonsense, right?
Really?
Even if people are in trouble of age, in trouble of health, and other problems, their relatives, they fetch the blessed water in some containers, and they take it to their home, and they give them, and they sprinkle it on their body, and they take care of their or they take the care of the blessed water being at home, right? And even that blessed water is taken home, and it is put inside respective homes, right?
Really? Yeah.
And it is believed to bring good luck, and it's believed to protect from any kind of evil. So Tsimkat is believed as far as this point, right? Well, viewers, this is Amara Media Corporation English Service, and we are live here from the studio. We are talking about the Timkat Festival. So let's take a look at a music video related to the festival, and we will be back soon. So we are talking about the Timkat Festival, and we took a look at the Katara event and the main holiday. But in the Amhara region, or in Ethiopia, the Timkat Festival or the Epiphany Festival in Gondar is absolutely unique to the rest, or to that in the rest of the country.
Gondar is a historic city that we call it Camelot of Africa. This makes the city ancient and old. Therefore, celebrating this festival at Gondar makes unique.
By the way, Gondar was the former capital city of Ethiopia from the early 17th to the mid 19th century, and it is the ancient city of emperors and empresses. It is known as the Camelot of Africa, right? So it is very historical. It is home to the historical castle of Fasilides. As you already said, there is a baptismal pool which is called Fasilides Bath. So generally during Timkat, the city of Gondar is decorated with the flags of Ethiopia, with green, yellow flags. So people get dressed beautifully with their traditional clothings, along with the paths across which the tabots move to the Timkat Bahar, or to the baptismal pool. It is decorated absolutely, beautifully decorated with the flags of Ethiopia, with green, yellow, and red colors. That makes that creates a unique, festival atmosphere. So, celebrating Timkat at Gondar, or in the city of Gondar, is absolutely of great joy and fascination.
Timkat, it is possible to say that nationally it is celebrated at Gondar, in a colorful way.
Right.
This is because, as you mentioned it before, there is what we call it a baptismal pool. The baptismal pool refers the Jordan River,
The River Jordan.
The River Jordan.
In which Jesus Christ was baptized by the hands of John the Baptist.
Yeah.
Right.
Therefore, this thing is a unique thing, differ from other countries. In Ethiopia, the Fasilides compound is also UNESCO inscribed heritage, and also Gondar is a historic city. As you said, it is the Camelot of Africa. Therefore, there are ancient practices that has been performed in Gondar city related with Timkat, or Ethiopian Epiphany. People want to see that old culture that is still continued.
This year, by the way, more than 1 million people are expected. 1 million domestic people are expected to flow to the city of Gondar, and more than 2,000 foreign tourists are expected to be attending this event right at the spot. in the city of Gondar. So it is a huge number, and it's it generates tourism revenue to the region and to the country as well.
Another very important thing that I want to add is that I think whatever kind of activity needs peace and security, the peace and security of the city is already at excellent level. I can say that the city administration, Gondar city administration, peace and security department has already said they have completed the preparation to welcome domestic and foreign tourists coming from different parts of the country to attend this colorful event in Gondar. And also this Temkat or Ethiopian Epiphany attracted many more domestic and foreign tourists. These domestic and foreign tourists are also very important for the people living in Gondar city. Right. Especially tourist standard hotels get benefit from those domestic tourists and also foreign tourists, service providers, starting from Shushain to the owner of tourist standard hotel. Yes. Gets expected amount of money from this smokeless industry, what we call it tourism. The region can generate expected amount of foreign currency that will be a backbone for our economy as a nation.
Yeah, right you are. So when we come back to the main holiday of Temkat, after getting baptized or after the blessed water is sprinkled onto the congregation, the tabots start their procession back to their respective churches. Really? And that is accompanied by much more colorful events, right? Ceremonies. The faithful, the priestess, play the pivotal role.
Really?
During Temkat, right? And the faithful as well. They sing. They sing traditional songs. They sing religious songs. They show traditional and religious dances, and they accompany their tabots towards their respective parish churches, right? So not only when the tabots go to the baptismal pool or the baptismal river, but also when they go back to their respective churches, the ceremony is absolutely of great joy and fascination, we can say.
Yeah, really. In addition to this, the wearing style they use, the girls, there is adorned wearing style. You observe it,
right?
That makes the festival spectacular and unique for Temkat festival in Amhara region. Yeah, this is a great opportunity for them to promote their unique and typical culture belongs to the nation.
When you talk about the wearing style, we can remember one Amharic proverb, ለጥምቀት ያልሆነ ቀሚስ ይበጣጠስ, right? Yeah. So there is no festival, there is no holiday which is better or which is more colorful than Temkat, right?
Yes.
So in Ethiopia, Temkat is believed as to the extent of this point. So their dressing style, their wearing style, they dress their finest clothes.
Really?
They are almost all, we can say, almost all faithful dressed in white shemas, right? Traditional shemas, and that creates a unique scenery
really
to the Temkat festival. Particularly in Gondar, already we said, Gondar is much more beautiful than any other places in Ethiopia.
Therefore, we would like to invite people come to attend this
every year, yeah.
Festival every year.
Now and every year.
Now and every year in Amhara regional state.
Well, viewers, we are still live in the studio. Do stay with us. By the way, Temkat for Ethiopian Orthodox Christian followers is beyond festival. Yes, right. You are. It is beyond a festival. It is part of their life. Part of the faithful's life, because in Christianity, in the life of Christianity, no baptism, no Christianity, right? So it's not. It is just beyond a festival. It is beyond an annual festival. It is part of their life for Orthodox Tewahedo Church followers, right? Because as you know, when a child is born, a female, after on his 40th day, it is baptized, right?
Mm-hmm.
If a female, on its 8th day, it is baptized as well, right? So baptism is a religious practice that initiates a child into Christendom or into Christianity, right? So it does, for Christians, for Ethiopian Orthodox Christians, it is beyond a festival.
Now it is time to look at the cultural perspective of Temket. In the Temket festival, different kinds of cultural practices are performed by the participants of the celebration.
Yeah.
One is lemon throwing.
Right, but have you ever thrown a lemon towards a girl of your interest?
No.
No. But there is a practice of lemon throwing during Temket, and this is the cultural perspective of the festival. Primarily boys, right?
Okay.
Boys, hold lemon in their pocket, and during a Temket festival, they throw towards a girl of their interest,
Okay.
right? Their, the girl that attracts their attention. So if the girl picks up the lemon, that means what?
She is a volunteer.
Yeah, she is voluntary, and she does have the same interest as the boy, right?
Yeah.
But she ignores. She takes a look at the lemon and ignores. That means what? She doesn't she doesn't have the interest as the boy. She doesn't have the same interest. So lemon throwing is one practice of Temket, particularly from its traditional perspective. By the way, in such encounters, there are people, having got their future husbands and wives, right? So it creates an opportunistic platform for adults to find their mates, probably their future husbands and wives.
Do you get the chance to observe such kind of practice right now?
Yeah, this time of the day, it's being left behind. Typical traditional practices are being left behind. But as to me, it's better to keep them, to maintain them as they are, right?
Therefore, we Ethiopians have many traditional cultures that are very important for our future life, like finding mates using lemon throwing. Therefore, we have to preserve such kinds of cultural things for our community.
To Temket this year, it has been special attention.
Yes. This year, Amhara Culture and Tourism Bureau, in collaboration with Gondar City Administration, has prepared 2 tourism packages.
Yes.
These tourism packages are very important to elongate the stay of tourists in line with Temket celebration in Gondar City. The first one is Azmari Festival. Azmari Festival is untold. Previously, the role of Azmari in Ethiopia is untold.
Right.
Azmari has played a great role in initiating, motivating during the Battle of Ethiopia.
It is beyond the entertainment. Yeah.
They have played a great role in motivating via using their poems,
Yeah.
their musics.
They were, by the way, they were in front of the battlefronts, and they were behind the soldiers to hearten the soldiers, to make them move towards the battlefronts. So their story, the role of the Azmaris was not told enough, right?
That's why Gondar City Administration, in collaboration with the Amhara National Regional State Culture and Tourism Bureau, organized a kind of Azmari festival, especially to commemorate the brave deeds of Azmaris in Ethiopia, you know. Now, Asmaris from different part of the region has called in Gondar. They have organized a kind of meeting, you know. They call for meeting. This meeting is the first meeting for them. It is the first kind of a forum organized by Gondar City and Amhara Culture and Tourism Bureau, especially to promote Azmari Festival as one of a tourist destination site in Gondar City. In addition to this, in collaboration with, as I told you, Gondar City Administration and Amhara Culture and Tourism Bureau has also organized a kind of beauty contest or beauty pageant which represents Miss Tourism Amhara.
Right.
You know, they have already organized it 2 or 3 days before.
Yeah.
In Gondar City.
That was really fantastic. Right?
Yeah.
The regional government has given due attention to Tumkat this year, right?
Yeah.
So it's to be continued. Let's take a look at the role of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church in building the image of Ethiopia to the external world, you know, building the image, introducing Ethiopia to the world.
Yes.
It has played a great role.
Most of the tangible and intangible heritages inscribed by UNESCO belongs to Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church. For instance, if we take Temkat or Ethiopian Epiphany, a Christmas celebration at Lalibela, and also Rocking Church of Lalibela, and also Ethiopian Epiphany.
They all belong to.
They all belong to the heritages
Church.
of Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church.
Right.
Therefore, Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church has played a great role in nation building and also promoting the real and typical cultures of Ethiopia to the international community.
Right. By the way, being inscribed by UNESCO means the property, the intangible property or heritage belongs to the world. That is the property of the world.
Yeah.
So being the property of the world means what? The world knows where that intangible and tangible heritage comes from. In that case, our country Ethiopia is known. Our country Ethiopia is introduced to the international community.
Really, as you said it, Ethiopia has 13 UNESCO ascribed heritages right now.
Right now, yeah.
And also the government of Ethiopia is also working to increase the number of UNESCO inscribed heritages. You know, many preparations are being underway to ascribe different kinds of tourist destinations, tangible and intangible heritages found in Amhara region. Therefore, when the number of tourist destinations increase in Ethiopia, we expect many more tourists will come to visit those tangible and intangible historical, cultural and natural heritages found in Amhara regional state as well as in the nation Ethiopia.
Yeah, so it becomes a must for Ethiopians to maintain this cultural intangible and tangible heritages, you know, for the coming generations among the areas in Ethiopia where the Tumkat festival is beautifully celebrated. We already mentioned Gondar, so we can mention some other places where Tumkat is beautifully, more colorfully celebrated other than Gondar.
It is also colorful at the capital city Addis Ababa, what we call it Mesqal Square right now.
Yeah, Jan Meda.
Jan Meda or Mesqal Square. And also Aksum, at Aksum.
Right.
Lalibela.
Debre Roha.
Debre Roha. And also in different part of the country.
So generally we can say that we have to maintain our historical and cultural values, our intangible and tangible heritages like Tumkat, the Christmas, and others. Already we mentioned the Cavalry Association, the Irembuti in North Shore, and others should be maintained for the coming generation, and we have to work hard to promote more to the international community to generate more income from these tangible and intangible heritages, right? To develop them more and to generate more income to our country. We have to work hard, right?
Hello viewers, you have been watching English service of Amhara Media Corporation live from the studio. I'm Brahan Workana with my colleague Modo Muluye. Do stay with Amhara Media Corporation. Happy Ethiopian Epiphany for all of you.